coming up real soon. I like him a lot.
Agree.
And then we have the tournament finals for the Knockouts Tag Team Championships, seeing Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz taking on Havoc and Nevaeh.
This one, I'm so excited for this. This was. There's a few
storylines have been so much fun lately.
They have. If there's one thing they get right, it's the fucking storytelling. I'm just gonna go out on. I'm just gonna go here and say, Kiera Hogan, Tasha Steelz, the best tag team. Havoc and Nevaeh, the better singles wrestlers together. So for that reason, I feel they definitely that Hogan and Steelz should win this because they epitomize tag team wrestling for the Knockouts.
Oh yeah,
and they are too. I mean, don't get me wrong. Havoc and Nevaeh are definitely main eventers, but Hogan and Tasha Steelz are future main eventers in the Knockouts division or anywhere they go, whether at AEW, NXT, whatnot. Yes. I'm going Kiera and Tasha.
I'm right there with you. Havoc and Nevaeh are beastly, but that puts Hogan and Steelz as the underdogs, and they've had a lot going for them. I look at them like the Iconics of Impact Wrestling, in the best way, because I don't know if we have new listeners that are like, oh, are they shitting on them? No. We love the Iconics around these parts.
No, I agree. I was almost thinking of kind of going a little more old school. I was thinking of them as the Midnight Express, as their tag team specialists. And back in the day, the Midnight Express would wrestle these groups of big behemoth men, and the Midnight Express was not the biggest folks, but the announcers would always say they're tag team specialists. They're tag team specialists. They did tag team moves. They kept people in their corner and made quick tags. They worked together. And it's like that's who you want as your tag champions, people that can make tag teaming look awesome, not just wrestling in the ring solo. So, I agree.
Plus, pushing them as a team, if you're going to do more work with AEW, I feel like it would be more beneficial to that partnership than having Havoc and Nevaeh as your champions.
Yeah, let's be fair. Any four of these women would help AEW's women's division.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. For a tag team, 100. Paystee, then we come into what's sure to be a fun match, if not a beautiful match. We get Barbed Wire Massacre.
I'm afraid for Sami Callihan's face.
Sami Callihan versus Eddie Edwards.
Oh, man.
Two of the most deranged individuals who have so much history together that in real life, not just in wrestling, not just to shoot. In real life, Sami Callihan once took a baseball bat to Eddie Edwards' eyeball socket and crushed his skull. Literally, this wasn't part of a fucking work. This wasn't a skit. This wasn't a storyline. He literally took a baseball bat and crushed Eddie Edwards' skull right in the eyeball socket.
On TV.
Yes, you can look it up and watch it. It's fucking disgusting.
You can look it up on our Facebook page, facebook.com/beefsticks.
That and so many other things.
Yes. Oh, man. Yeah, no, I'm so looking forward to this match, especially since, there's going to be a barbed wire baseball, but there has to be.
Oh, 100.
Sammy's going to eat that in the face. Bat might break in half. Who knows? This is going to be fun.
There's going to be so much going on.
I still got to go with Sami Callihan.
If they keep the same rules as they've done in the past, the ropes are going to be barbed wire.
Yes.
It's going to be barbed wire, plywood. Impact usually goes all out for a barbed wire massacre match. Obviously, things can change from show to show, but it's going to be good.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be so much fun. And this match has given me the inkling that we're going to see a Jon Moxley appearance on this pay-per-view.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, it screams him all over, doesn't it?
I love Switchblade Conspiracy. We haven't seen, ever since both these guys have gotten a name for themselves outside of the indie circle or the tape trading circle, we have not seen a Switchblade Conspiracy reunion.
I want to see them reunite just because I want to see them break up because of egos. You know what I mean? Because
I want to see the fucking grudge match.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. But, yeah, no, this is going to be really good. And it's hard not to want to pick Eddie Edwards because I feel like he's got some retribution to dole out. And I'm not talking about you, T-Bone.
And Eddie Edwards may be... He's up there with AG Styles and with a short few, maybe Moxley, as just the top people who have the most heart in pro wrestling. Like, not even just... Not shoot heart like John Cena or Roman Reigns, but like they just really want to go out there and give it all. Eddie Edwards retired 3 different times to be a full-time firefighter, and he's still fucking wrestling in a barbed wire massacre match now, after he's retired 3 different times to be a full-time firefighter. Which
he's probably going back to that after this.
Firefighting's a dangerous job, but I have to think it's easier on his body than pro wrestling. I have to think
they got to bring that in the storyline and do like a firehouse match. That would
be cool.
I'd be down with that.
They could burn a rubber dummy of him like they did with the Fiend.
Yeah. That was so terrible.
It was, yeah.
It's been a shit show ever since that, too. This week, Bliss threw a fireball in Randy Orton's face. Randy Orton maybe lit Alexa Bliss on fire 2 weeks ago after she doused herself in gasoline.
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't watch that shit anymore.
Did you say who we got here?
Yeah, it's Sami Callihan, Eddie Edwards. I'm going with Sami, even though, like I said, I think Eddie probably should take it, but it's Sami fucking Callihan in a barbed wire massacre match. Yeah, I'm going with Sami.
Yeah, you put Sami Callihan on a card for one reason. His nickname is The Draw. He's going to draw faces. Sami Callihan draws the win. And blood. Yeah, 100%. And blood. You are right.
What do we got next?
Next we have an intergender tag match, Paystee. Crazy Steve making a comeback with Rosemary taking on Tennille Dashwood and Caleb with a K. So you have two kind of uptight, prissy kind of snobby folk taking on these ruthless, insane, crazy sons of bitches. What are you thinking, Paystee?
You know, I'm just happy Crazy Steve is back and Rosemary's back and fucking Abyss ain't coming back. That's the sad part. That's the sad part. I'm changing my prediction from earlier because I like to go with Tennille because she's great. But I'm giving it to fucking Crazy Steve and Rosemary.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They deserve it.
They do deserve it. They're such great characters, and I'm just like I said, just so happy that they're back, and just it's great. It's great.
It is awesome. I've been a huge fan of Crazy. I don't think Crazy Steve gets the props he deserves because maybe now he will because
without Abyss there, yeah.
Well, what I was gonna say is I think Crazy Steve was a precursor to your
Darby Allin.
Darby Allin, thank you. I drew a blank on his name. I think he's kind of your precursor to Darby Allin. He's the hardcore guy, but he's tiny. You know, you think of the past, we never really had any real tiny hardcore guys. But Crazy Steve kind of brought that to the forefront. He did the barbed wire. He went through tables. He went through glass. In major companies and in fucking high school gyms. So, really awesome. Really badass.
What was the faction called? It's been plaguing me since I read that. There you go.
It was him. It was Mike Knox, who is known as Mike Knox.
Yeah.
Knox. Mike Nux, Crazy Steve, Rosemary, and Abyss. But I think, honestly, I think Tennille Dashwood and Caleb with a K, I think they're smarter. I think they're sleazier. I think they're more manipulative. And even though I hate the son of a bitch, I goddamn love Caleb with a K.
Right? Yep.
He's made the wrestling him and MJF have made the wrestling asshole like fun again.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Tennille and Caleb. So there you go. There's mine.
Like I said, up until just now, that was my pick too, but I had to change it. I had to. I got a good feeling about Crazy Steve and Rosemary in the future of Impact Wrestling.
Oh yeah, and of course on paper they easily should win this, you know. So.
Oh yeah. It's the kids I used to hang out with in high school versus the kids we all hated. You know, it's perfect.
Exactly. I hated the kids that were 3 years old. I used to kick my teeth. The two they had. Fuckers. Titty. I wanted that titty.
All right.
Chocolate titties.
Moving on to my favorite match of the night. Old School Rules.
He loves this bullshit.
Seeing the magical team of Tommy Dreamer, Cousin Jake, and Rhino taking on Eric Young, Joe Doring, and Cody Deaner.
Yeah, obviously, if tiebreakers couldn't be subjective, we'd definitely make this as the tiebreaker of, is this the shittiest match of the fucking night? We'd both pick it, and we'd both...
I feel like Eric Young is the only talent in this match.
I mean, give Rhino his due. I put Rhino above it personally, myself.
I just look at Rhino and I feel the pain he feels on a daily basis, and I feel bad for him. At this point
in their careers, I would put Cody Deaner above Eric Young.
Yeah.
Personally. I don't like his mega character, but, you know.
I don't know much about Joe Doring or Cody Deaner, but they just look like two random guys that Eric Young was like, hey, you're with me.
Well, what you may not know is that Cody Deaner and Cousin Jake are cousins. And that's how Cousin Jake came into Impact, is he's the cousin of Cody Deaner. They're both like kind of Joe Dirt Trailer Park Trash kinds of sons of bitches. And they used to be together, but then they kept losing, and Cody Deaner was kind of a dick and blamed everything on his cousin Jake, if you know what I mean. Much of that hot water you had.
You're fucking my sister.
Yeah, but she's my mother and I'm allowed. If you know what I mean.
Fun time.
Sounds like a Fat Mack family reunion.
Man, it's times like this I hate that I have to pick Tommy Dreamer every time.
You don't have to.
No, I literally wrote Dreamer Teamer FML.
I know, that's your choice.
I'm not changing. I'm not changing.
Hey, Paystee, the last one that won you a point.
I know, and it might again.
No, it won't.
Yeah, good. Cousin Jake's coming through for me here.
Oh, Cousin Jake's bringing his fucking sister, and of course that's Cody Deaner's mama. You're gonna fucking lay the shit down, hitting everybody with her purse full of Newports.
I want their mama to be what's his face's mama from Talking Shop-A-Mania.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you wanted her to be fucking the mom of the Jewish kid from fucking Big Bang Theory. That would be great.
That would be weird if I was thinking exactly that.
That would be weird. I know whose mama you're talking about because she's a badass. I can't think. I'm completely drawing a blank.
It's okay. Just go watch Talking Shop-A-Mania, folks. $15. Good money spent.
short, I'm going with Eric Young, Joe Doring, and Cody Deaner.